Hello, my name is Damaris and I'm going to talk about the Cold War. The Cold War was the name given to the relationship developed from 1945 to 1991, primarily between the USA and the Soviet Union, after the World War II events. The two leading countries had the intentions of dominating international affairs, and many major crises occurred as a result of their actions. The growth of mass destruction weapons was the most worrying issue of many around the world. The clash between the capitalist and the communist ideologies had both countries with a desire for dominance. They used every opportunity they could to expand in any region of the world. The USA and the Soviet Union had fought against Nazi Germany, and their relationship was never of trusting each other. The development of the Red Army from the Soviet Union and the A-bomb, the most powerful weapon in the world, designed by Americans, had each country distrusting the other one. Neither side started a direct fight against the other. A fight between them would lead to a disaster. However, they did fight for their beliefs using client states, who would do so on their behalf. This can be seen on the Korean War. Important dates of the Cold War are shown on the screen. First of all, I would like to mention in 1949, NATO was established and China became communist. 1950, Korean War started. And on the years after that, the USA and the Soviet Union developed hydrogen bombs. On 1955, the Warsaw Pact was created and called for a peaceful coexistence. And in 1962, the Cuban Missile Crisis was held. And after some years, in 1986, there was a meeting between the Soviet Union and the USA. A year after, the EINF Treaty was signed. What does the Cold War refer to? This term is used as a state of conflict between nations, political tension, and military rivalry that is being stopped from being a full-scale war or a hot war with armed battles. It doesn't involve military action. It's done by propaganda, espionage, and proxy wars. The economic models that are confronting each other during this Cold War are capitalism and socialism. Capitalism was proposed by Adam Smith in his work of Wealth of Nations. It has been a guide to the formation of nations' economic policies more than any other work. He proposed the development of a free market economy and the division of labor. Both sides in an economic exchange have a voluntary conduct, and they have a self-interest that can lead to economic prosperity. People possess private property rights. Investors, customers, and workers have the freedom to choose their consumption, production, and investment. The government possesses a little role, contrary to the socialist economic model. This is predominant today, but it has many disadvantages. The monopoly of power, inequality, and unemployment rates are examples of such. Socialism was proposed and developed by many figures. Here I mention three: Henry de Saint-Simon, Ferdinand Lassalle, and Karl Marx. Socialism is an economic model of means of productions that are owned by public enterprises, by other words, the state. And it has a principle of individual contribution. Every individual is compensated, everyone has an equal opportunity. So all the economic activity is designed by the central planning, and it's based on the consumption needs of the population and the economic demands. The government is responsible for reducing the inequality present. And it has a greater economic efficiency. But some disadvantages of such is that it lacks freedom of occupation and personal freedoms. Conclusions. The Cold War was a period where two superpowers were in conflicts for their own ideologies. The US and the Soviet Union were alarmed for their own security and dominance. I do think that it would have been almost impossible to set aside their differences to work together, as each wanted to be more powerful than the other. However, the development of such mass destructive weapons and their possible use would lead to the death of many innocent and would cause a chaos in many aspects around the world. Regarding the economic models, each one has their own flaws and their own advantages. So I do believe that mixed policies of these two economic models would make personal freedoms present and markets could grow. The government could have some participation in the economic development, but leave it to the businesses, to the people to choose what to do, and therefore there can be a better economic development without monopoly taking over. So that's it. Thank you.